What is going on, everybody? It's your boy John, and welcome back to Gearbox. So today we have a beautiful early Saturday morning here in Greenville, South Carolina, and we might be making a bad decision today. So some of you may or may not know, at the tail end of, I believe it was 2022, I purchased a used 2019 Ford F150 XLT, which is what we are in right now. It is in the Super Crew Cab configuration with a 6.5 foot bed. We've got it on a 3-inch suspension lift, method wheels, 35-inch Toyo Open Country AT3s, you know, upgraded lighting, this, that, and the other, and I absolutely love this truck. This truck has done everything, really. My wife and I have gone on plenty of road trips. We took this on our honeymoon after we got married. We've gone to barbecue competitions. We've towed boats with it. We've towed, you know, everything. We've hauled shit from Home Depot to do home improvement stuff. This truck has literally been a workhorse, and I've loved every minute of driving it and owning it because it hasn't given me any issues. Everything that I've asked of it, it's given me and more, and it's just a good feeling to have when you know you have a trusty steed by your side. Now, another kind of portion of why this truck is so great is it allows me to not daily drive the piss out of, you know, at one point my WRX and now my Toyota Supra, which, as much as I love those cars, it is nice to hop into a lifted pickup truck, not have to worry about anything, and just get in and go. And that's one of the many reasons why I wanted to get a truck in the first place, to offset daily driving those cars. Now, also, I'm a fan of pickup trucks. I think they're obviously super practical vehicles. They'll go for a long time, big fuel tanks, you know, road trips, that type of stuff, and have honestly given me a lot of experiences with friends and family, you know, going places, seeing different things, and just absolutely love this truck. However, today we are going to a dealership, and we may or may not be selling this truck and buying a new one. Now, the decision to do this is really the epitome of curiosity killed the cat. So let me give you guys a little bit of backstory. So the other night, my wife and I were sitting down, you know, after work, whatever, and really just started talking about goals. I would hope that everyone watching this video is a goal-oriented person in some way, shape, or form. I know I definitely am, probably to an extreme, but I'm also a visualization type of person, right? And so my wife and I, you know, as 2024 is winding down, we started talking about what goals we have for ourselves individually, as well as goals for us as a couple. And of course, I can't go more than like 10 minutes without talking about cars and trucks. And the idea of this came up. And basically what it boiled down to was, you know, as great as this truck has been, it is a more or less base model truck with not a lot of creature comforts. It's a beautiful truck. It gets the job done. But really setting a goal for ourselves to buy a Mac Daddy type of truck, and spend some money on it for purposes that I've already mentioned, you know, road trips, more functional this, you know, better suspension, more cameras, you know, all of the things that make cars the way they are now, which this truck just doesn't have. Outside of the Ford Sync 3, we really don't have any crazy stuff. You know, it's a pretty analog, raw truck. My wife likes to drive trucks, but does not feel comfortable driving this truck because of some of those things and their exclusion of this 2019 F150. And so, long story short, we're heading to a dealership right now to see if, you know, maybe, just maybe, there's an opportunity for us to upgrade and try bigger or better things. Now, of course, as we've had this conversation, we've started running numbers and we've started talking about kind of our wish list of what we would like to see. And I think this truck in particular that I'm going to see right now really checks all the boxes in a lot of ways. And I'm going to keep it a secret from you guys. I know that's probably going to piss you off, but trust me, if today ends up being a bad decision Saturday, there will be a video very quickly after explaining what that bad decision was and ultimately what we decided to purchase. Probably going to look at a couple different trucks today. I don't want to just pigeonhole myself into a buy mentality. I want to, walk around, see if the grass is in fact greener on the other side, and, give myself an opportunity to really negotiate down, because we are, or will be, I guess, spending a lot of money on this truck. Anyway, I don't know. I'm feeling some type of way about this. It's kind of like the conversation when I decided to sell the WRX. I was just so emotionally attached with that vehicle, and that was the first car that I personally had ever purchased and done all my mods to, and really learned from that car. And so it has a special place in my heart. And this truck is kind of the same thing. The first truck I've ever bought, the first truck I've ever modded, and so on and so forth. And so as I'm driving here, and we still got about an hour or so to go, but I'm just kind of reliving the highlight reel, so to speak, and just thinking through it. So I figured I'd pick up the camera, kind of give y'all a little bit of background on what it is that we may or may not be doing, and let's be honest, probably gonna do. Now, one of the biggest things that I'm actually struggling with is what brand truck to go with. I've always grown up in a Ford family, and of course, I decided to purchase a Ford here for my first truck, but are we looking at a Ford? Are we looking at a Chevy? Are we looking at GMCs? Do we go gas? Do we go diesel? I don't know. I've got some ideas, and I'll just go ahead and say it. I'm definitely biased toward Ford. I've had nothing but great experiences with it. I know that Ford is riddled with some problems and concerns, but so are every truck, car, whatever. So just got to pick your battles, I guess. What I'm also very curious about is trading this truck in. I'm really interested to see what sort of money I get for this truck. Like I said, I bought this back in 2022. It had 40-ish thousand miles on it, and I bought it for $40,000. Looking back, I'm like, God, I just got taken advantage of because of just the way that the used car market was back then. But everything that I've seen on this truck and running this VIN specifically is putting it in the $18,000 to $24,000 range, which in my opinion seems pretty fair. But what hasn't been taken into consideration is some of the mods that have been done to this truck that aren't just, stupid whatever mods, but actually functional modifications, such as, most importantly, ceramic coating. My dad and I did ceramic coat this truck. My dad has a detailing business on the side, so we did that. Obviously, like lift and wheels and tires, I would like to think would add some value, but I don't know. But we just did the Line-X spray and bed liner. We got rid of the shitty plastic bed liner, which I don't know why I waited that long to do that. But we've also got the trifold tonneau cover on it. There's a couple bits and pieces. Oh, we put the tow package on it. There's a lot of things that I personally have done to this truck that increase its functionality and its ability to stand the test of time, which weren't previously on the truck when I bought it. So I don't know if that increases the resale value by $1,000 or $5,000. I can't see it going any higher than that. But it is something I'm going to play hardball with the sales guys when it comes to trading this in to see what I can get for it, and ultimately just get a decent out the door cost or price on whatever truck I decide to go with. So anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I just figured I'd pick up the camera, and I owe y'all some explanation if the next truck video you see a different one. Didn't just want to leave y'all in the dark. So hopefully this is giving y'all a little more insight into where I'm at, and to you know, maybe some possible near future decisions. We'll see. I'm trying to keep myself kind of level-headed. Don't get too high, don't get too low, and not make a bad decision, an actual bad decision. But I guess at the end of the day, time will tell. So guys, if you like this video, please give it a big fat thumbs up. If you have any guesses on what truck I am either looking at or ultimately going to purchase, drop them in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, if you're looking for any more truck content, car content, aviation, whatever, or maybe you just think I'm a good looking dude and you like what I have to say, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know the drill. And until next time, peace.